Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This week, as I just talked about in the intro, we're going to be shifting gears a little bit and focusing on testing for Grand Prix Denver, which is about a month away, a little less than a month away. So this is our first round here. I'm Conley Woods, it's TCGplayer.com, and we're playing Mono Black Eldrazi. I guess is probably the simplest way to describe this deck. We got a little bit of artifact synergies with the new set. Some, I guess not synergies, but some new artifacts from the new set. And we focus heavily on hand disruption. I'm just going to lead off with some scroungers. At least one scrounger. We'll figure out what we're doing on turn 2 in a second. Or turn 3, excuse me. I would definitely like another land since our hand is kind of expensive. Alright. We don't draw a land naturally here. I could just do this, which kind of feels correct. No. Well, we had an extra draw step and we still hit no lands. I'm gonna try to disrupt him here. There's a chance I can get lucky and transgress whatever he's got to feed that thing. In this case, it's a Gideon. Okay, so he can play a Selfless Spirit. We're probably going to lose simply from just not hitting land drops here. Got a little unlucky. If we'd hit land drops, I would actually feel really good about this game. If we hit one next turn, we can Wasteland Strangler, the Selfless Spirit. We discard another Copter, not an Angel. Yeah, we're just... Alright. I can't imagine winning this game at this point. I kind of just want to scoop it up and not show him anymore. I think I'm going... I guess I could play this. He already saw one of these. Play one more turn. In general, though, I think it's better before I show him a different card here, because at this point we're only showing him two different cards. So unless I show him a different card, rather than show him a different card, it's just better to scoop. This game is certified over. I'll probably break that immediately. No, I didn't. Didn't even draw. I'll go ahead and play that. Let's see. Copter, Buck. He's got Angel. Yeah. Just going to pass. I played that rather than discarding, because playing a land is not a big deal, even if he knows it's in my deck. I'm literally just getting more information out of his cards here. We'll get another loot, and then he'll, I don't know, maybe play something. We'll see. Alright, he's got Reflector Mage. It's not a surprise. Alright, we're done. We're done here. Well, that was unfortunate. The good news is we know he's Blue-White Flash. This is a matchup where Harsh Scrutiny is extra good, and it's one of the reasons that we have it in our deck. Wasteland Strangler, Flaying Tendrils, Warping Wheel all have some value. Warping Wheel is nice in that it takes out Selfless Spirits. You don't get to exile them, unfortunately, though. And then the counter sorcery can occasionally come up, but I still don't think it's worth bringing in here. Collective Brutality is probably just better at that same job, although I don't even think it's good here either. I think I'm going to take out the 2 Collective Brutalities I have. I'm going to bring in another Strangler and a Mindbender. I think I might want the second Mindbender too. I guess Key to the City is not great in this matchup. You can definitely see. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Let's cut the keys to the city. Let's bring in a Pick the Brain. and another Mindbender. So we just go maximum hand hate outside of the collective brutalities, which aren't that great. But maximum exile here, and then Wasteland Strangler synergy. Our Titan's presence gets a little bit better. I think this is pretty solid overall. All right, we'll be right back for game 2. All right, game 2, round 1 here. Had a pretty bad start, but this hand is already picking up. 3 lands here, pretty decent curve. Not an amazing curve, but we have 2-drop into 4-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. Bearer Silence you definitely want to save for its sacrifice ability in this matchup because they don't play too many creatures, so you usually get something valuable. That was a pretty good draw. Go ahead and run this guy out on 2. I could wait till turn 3 to get it a +1/+1 counter, but a 3/2 on turn 2 is probably better than a 4/3 on turn 3. What did he do? He just tap his mana and not do anything. Alright, I think I'm gonna play one of these bears. Wait, what happened? Did he... I guess he tapped his mana and didn't play a excuse me, didn't he play a Thraben Sentry maybe? And scooped? How does it feel? That's the only thing I could think of for a single white that he would play there is Thraben Sentry, and if that is the case, I don't think you're supposed to scoop. Like, that's a very minor tempo loss. That's like less big than not playing a land or something. Alright, well, I guess we'll take the free win. And I'm not going to change anything board-wise. Warping Wheel does take out Thraben Sentry in addition to the 2-1, but I don't think it's worthwhile still. Yeah, I'm just not a fan. Flame Tendrils also takes all that stuff out, but I think with 3 Wasteland Stranglers in, I don't need to worry about those things too much because I have Bearer Silence backing it up. I have a Titan's Presence to do some cleaning up, plus all my spot removal, or my hand removal. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to run this back. I could see taking out Pick the Brain for Flame Tendrils, maybe. I have a lot of X2s in there, though. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it as is. We'll be right back for Game 2, Round 1, TCGplayer.com. Alright, welcome back. Opponent said soul-crushing misclick, but I don't feel like missing a 1-drop could ever be a soul-crushing misclick. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was the creatures coming to play tap land or something. Ooh, that was a great draw. Turn 1 on Reef here. We needed more lands, and that's the perfect time to draw your tap land. We have multiple 2-drops in our hand. Ooh, what do I want to do here? I can Copter, Scrap Heap, or Transgress. I kind of like Copter, but I don't really need it. Well, I can Copter into Scrap Heap Scoundrel with a counter. That's kind of nice, actually. Alright, I'll go ahead and do that. This play protects me against Reflector Mage, which is what I was about to say before he played it, and now I look a little less smart. But if he wants to play his Reflector Mage here anyway to activate his Copter, so it just saves me the pain of losing a Scrap Heap Scoundrel. I could have Transgressed, but that just feels like a pretty poor play when you have Copter out. So we're going to level up our dude here. We're almost certainly going to discard one of these Reality Smashers. Yep. Next turn I can either Bearer Silence, which is relatively decent because it can also activate Thopter, and then I can get in for 7. Or I can Matter Reshaper plus counter. But I think the Bearer Silence is probably going to be more necessary. Depends on what he plays post-combat. But leaving open... Bearer Silence has a cast trigger, which is really nice. So it can't be countered. So even if he counters the Bearer, we're not in terrible shape. Played a Gideon here, okay. So it's going to make this play. Be interesting to see what he sacrifices here. The bigger creature or the one that could block? No, the bigger creature. So here I'm going to attack Gideon with one of these. Actually, I'm going to attack it with both. And then I'll probably force a chump block. I'm not going to pull too far ahead in damage. I think I just get rid of this Transgress the Mind at this point. Actually, Matter Reshaper is not that great, is it? Alright, let's get rid of Matter Reshaper. I mean, Matter Reshaper is fine, but Transgress is probably better. He's going to have a Spell Queller or something later on. Alright, so cool. We get rid of the token. We drop Gideon down to 1, so it's not a threat in terms of its ultimate. And we got another thing down, and we have another Bearer of Silence to follow it up. He's got no creatures in play. We could also Reality Smasher, which is great as well. But holding on to Reality Smasher is not the worst because of Ruins, and we'll actually get a counter on our Bearer of Silence if we play it next turn. I can just have 6, can't do anything about any of this. He also does have the option if he plays a creature. Oh, why is he? This opponent was not the most sturdy of emotions, but that's okay. We'll take it. Free win. I think we're actually doing really well that game. So maybe he was just not feeling it, and he had a bunch of lands or something, and knew he was going to lose. It's perfectly possible. I would have liked to see the game play out, so we could have confirmed that. But we'll take it. We'll move on to round 2 here momentarily. For TCGplayer.com, I'm Conley Woods. Right back with Mono Black Eldrazi.